What's going on, folks? I-110 driver here. I wanted to really cover this sad, it's tragic,
Lift
this
pickup
story.
Rerouting.
I wanted to do this story while I had time involving it was about an accident involving a Uber driver and his passengers. And see, from what I understand, what I gathered from this story is that two of it was three passengers in the car, but two of them had died in this car accident. And it's crazy. I wanted to kind of share and go over stories as they come in involving Uber drivers, and really just kind of do my take on it and just kind of go over it. But it was it was last night about 10:37 in Ocean Springs. It was a downtown Ocean Springs area, and involved the Uber driver, and there was three passengers, but two of them died. The driver and one of the other passengers lived, right? So they were leaving one of the bars called Juke Joint. A lot of folks, some of you probably don't even know what that is. Some of you probably do. Some of you subscribers that are local, you know where this bar is. So in Ocean Springs, this is a dangerous intersection right here, and it's always has been in that particular area, right? It's always busy. People are always, flying up and down the street. People are always flying up and down the street. And it happens like that. People go out drinking, they go out, just partying, stuff happens. So people Uber a lot. In this area, it's a high tourist area. So you got different people in and out, going to the bars, casinos, clubs, restaurants, and so forth, right? So they're leaving the bar, and I guess they're coming out at the light. Now it's weird because one of these lights, they don't have a turn signal at the light. You pretty much have to yield to oncoming traffic. That's why I say it makes it dangerous. And what I believe was happening, as they were going through the light, somebody ran a red light. Someone ran a red light, and they didn't check. The driver didn't stop. It wasn't his fault. But you know what I mean? He still got hit. He didn't check. He didn't look both ways, and got in an accident. They said the car that hit him was probably doing about like 80 or something like that. Flew past a red light, hit him. On impact, the passengers died. That's how fast the car was going. The Uber driver was seriously hurt. The other passenger was hurt, and then the two other passengers died. And I was really, there's like a ring of us that keep in touch with each other. I reached out to a few other drivers. A lot of them work at night, so some of them are busy or just sleep. And I reached out to a couple of them that I'm pretty close with to see just, if they're okay. They're okay. I reached out to just people I'm connected to them, but we don't talk much. We just communicate just out on the road, what's going on, in the cities. But man, it's a tragic thing. And even as an Uber driver, this is why I'm a defensive driver. I really want to do this video to kind of help people just to be aware and be safe on these roads, because there's no amount of money that's worth losing a life. Not only that, this Uber driver has to deal with, the fact that two people died in your car. Like, how are you carrying this? Are you okay? How do you feel about it? How are you physically, considering you just got into an accident? And it's so crazy how you could be out here making money, but at the same time, you don't never know what can happen on these roads. Not only do you have to deal with picking up crazy passengers as it is, you have to also deal with these other people and how they drive. Some of you that are in other cities, I'm not the best driver. I don't always do things by the book, but I always make sure that the passengers are safe. Do you understand? And that's why, man, as a driver, I try to go over and beyond. But situations like this, unfortunately, there are some things that you can't control. I mean, like, we can't necessarily say it was his fault. I can't say that, but at the same time, we have families that are now grieving because they have to bury a son and they have to bury a daughter, and it's one of them stories, man, that can kind of be biased, because everybody has a certain opinion, especially if they don't drive. Many people have different occupations, careers. Some people choose to make Uber and Lyft for career, and that's their business. But at the same time, I can't ridicule a person because I'm not in their shoes. And I don't know how the driver's feeling. I don't know, how he felt, before, what kind of mind frame he was in while he was driving. Was he sober? Like, yeah, there's so many questions regarding the accident. And this is why I try to, when I get on these roads, I try to just make sure, I be as safe as possible, because not only are you driving for yourself on this road, but you have to drive for other people, considering you have passengers in the car. Now this is where it gets deeper. What if the family members are wanting to file a wrongful lawsuit, wrongful death or something like that, and just try to put it on the driver? That's possible. Like, stuff like that happens. What if they just try to say, well, it was his fault, or the other guy that survived, he has the story, of what happened. Like, it's a tragic altogether to me. And I feel like some things, you can control, some things you can't control. This is why I try not to judge another situation, especially if I'm not in it. Because if that happened to be me and passengers in the car, I would feel remorse, I would feel bad. But I know if it wasn't my fault and I didn't do anything, I was driving right, I was obeying the laws of the land and doing everything, then I can go to sleep at night. But just knowing, man, I can't imagine, being driving and getting in a car wreck, and two of my passengers that I was just laughing with and talking with, now they're dead. Now they're deceased. And you caused the lives of others. Not only did you just ruin the livelihood of an Uber driver, you just caused death to another family. Like, these people have to bury, they have to bury the child. What if they didn't have life insurance? Like, there's always different factors that I look and I try to put things into a different perspective. And I'm not coming on here to ridicule the driver. I'm just giving my, just really giving my review on it, and how it's sad, man. It's a tragedy that something like that happened. But like I say to every driver out there, be safe, and just be mindful on the roads. Just be mindful that when you have passengers in the car, you got to drive right. Be safe. Make sure they got their seatbelts on. You understand? And another thing, just to add to this is why I have rideshare insurance. Not only am I covered with Uber and Lyft, but I'm also covered on my own insurance. And this is why it's also important for drivers, get rideshare insurance. Do you understand? I just want to send this message out here. You can share this video, like, subscribe, share all that good stuff, all right? See you soon.